All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Fix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bear Scat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus. Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Saturday Showdown. This is our last Saturday Showdown of the season as we are getting to the end of our football season this year. It's our last home game, Coach. What are you thinking so far about the season?
Well, it's gone pretty quick. I mean, we've had a lot of adversity and a lot of struggles that we've had to endure, but it's coming to a close pretty quick. Last home game, and we have one game after that next week, and then we're moving on into 2019 already.
Wow, it feels like a blur. It just went right on by. We're going to be celebrating some of our seniors this year. We've got 4 of them. It's going to be Tristan, Chris, Keontae, and Kaiwan. What are some of the messages you're going to be giving them here?
Well, all 4 of them are on defense, and that's the area that I work with. But I think the big thing is 3 of those 4 are starting defensive backs, and Tristan's a linebacker, so they're all kind of part of that back 7. We need all of them to be able to keep contributing like they have been all year. You know, Keontae leads us in interceptions. Kaiwan had 22 tackles last week. So they're definitely important players for us, and we want their last game at the Herb to be everything that they've dreamed of. You know, we got to be able to perform everybody else around them, but at the same time, we're not just playing the game for them either. You know, it's for everybody, whether it's our young kids coming back or whether it's because we're at home, although there's so many different factors that we want to come out and perform correctly.
You mentioned some of those younger players. How do you kind of prepare them to step into these roles now? Because you mentioned that these are your starting defensive backs. How do you get these young guys ready to take on that new responsibility?
Well, slowly through the course of the season, we've been doing that with guys getting reps and slowly just kind of baby stepping themselves into those positions. We've got 24 other freshmen that have been playing already. Wow. So it's the transition isn't going to be very difficult, only because they've already been transitioning as it is. So we just want to make sure that we have a good let our guys leave with a good feeling when they're all done with their careers. And you know, we obviously didn't get the number of wins that we wanted to, but we're still building for what we're trying to do. And you know, 3-4 years down the road, hopefully they can come back and be proud of the team that they've left. Yeah, because it's more than just about getting those wins. It's about that impact that they make on this team and leaving that proper culture behind. So I've got a question about, sorry, pardon me, about some of those 24 freshmen that you mentioned. We've kind of talked about this a little bit, how it's been a very young team this year, but this season we're going to be getting into that off-season workouts. What are some of your plans for them? Well, I think you know, what you want to do all the time with your freshman class is their off season is their first collegiate off season, so they've never experienced something like this where they're going to get as big and strong as they've ever done before. They don't have the same time constraints that they have during the football season. It goes from 20 hours a week down to 8. Oh, wow. And so it's a lot of focus is just getting them in the weight room, getting them bigger, faster, stronger. And a lot of that team culture things that you were talking about happen in the weight room in the off season. You know, as they're pushing each other, they're pushing themselves past the boundaries that they don't think that they can get past. And as they're doing that, they've got those other guys pushing them to do that. So that's where those bonds get grown, and that's where that team really comes together and grows. And I'm expecting a really good off season. We didn't have as good of one last year, I thought, that we wanted to, and so our expectations are pretty high this year.
All right. Now you mentioned the hour restraint. How much are you and the coaching staff allowed to be involved in that off season?
We really, for football anyways, once we get, and we won't do it until we get back after the new year, but we get about an hour of skill instruction that we can do on the field that we'll do with our guys at each of their specific positions. But when it comes down into the weight room, I mean, we don't really put our hands on. We're going to be more motivators than anything else, and let the strength staff, you know, really do their job. That's what they're experts at. And so then for us, it's just a matter of getting down there and motivating and pushing the guys.
All right. One thing you can do during the off season, though, is recruiting. Yep. So how is that going to be? Like, have you started to look a little bit at high school tape yet?
Yeah, we've been recruiting since the summer. I think we've been to, in the last 4 weeks, we've had coaches in Colorado, Arizona, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Montana. So we've already been to where we're going to be. We're not waiting till December to do that. Right. So that's been good. Got a good jump start on what we're trying to do, and the kids are bringing in. I think we have another 10 kids here for our game day visit today. Oh, awesome. So it's kind of it's a year-long process on the recruiting trail.
Wow, that's a lot of work there just to make sure you keep getting this class coming in. And hopefully, have you really snagged some of the kids yet? Have you gotten any commitments from any of the players yet?
No, not really, but we don't want them to commit yet. Okay. You know, we want them to make sure that they look at all their options, because we feel really good about ours. So I don't want somebody just to fall in love with us at first glance and then not take a look at everything else. And so we feel very confident that if they go to another school, and especially in our league, that they'll come back and they'll be excited about what we're about and what we're trying to do. And if they're not, then they shouldn't be kids in this program anyways. There's a better fit
yeah,
for them
that's
someplace
true.
else.
Yeah, all right. That's a great perspective there. And then I want to talk just a little bit about last week's game, as we had some impressive numbers put up there, specifically Lane Torgerson, 224 yards rushing. That's incredible. Yeah,
Lane had a really good day. A lot of that work was his. He did a phenomenal job breaking some tackles and creating some things. Our offensive line did a much better job. I think we've kind of been hoping to get a game like this to not just to put up a big statistical number, but just for our offense to gain confidence that we can run the ball. And so the next team that we play, when we play St. Cloud State this weekend, that they see that we have the ability to run the ball. So they can't just load the box and force us to have to throw and try to get hits on our quarterback and outnumber our protection, things like that. So I think all those things kind of get into it, but it was really fun to watch because it's, you don't really play football in college to have fun. You do it because it's rewarding. Yeah. And so as you go through a season where we've had a lot more downs than we have had ups, to watch Lane come off the field after his second long run, and the joy that was on his face. And we were down by 28 points or whatever it was at that point. But just to see that joy and that reward there, and it wasn't for himself, it was for us and for the team. So that was awesome. Pretty special.
Yeah. You mentioned some of those highs and lows. Can we talk a little bit more about what have been some of your other highs that you've had this season?
Well, I mean, obviously our one win was against Mary. I think that's always
the most important win.
Right. That's always a bonus for everybody. And so that's been good. We've played a lot of youth. We've had a lot of turnover on our team. So as far as we start looking to next year and our future already, a lot of our guys have gotten some very valuable playing time that are going to play for us next year. We only have 4 seniors, so we really don't lose that many guys. So I think there's so many positives that you don't see from the outside that you kind of see from the inside. And we look at, are we getting better on running the ball? Last week, did we get better on turnovers? We didn't give any balls away, where the week before we gave 5 away. So, we're trying to find those small progressions every week, the silver lining to the cloud, I guess you could say, as we build. So that way we can just keep trying to build our confidence and then take off in the off season. Yeah.
Mentioning Cloud, we're playing St. Cloud today. We want to kind of just, one of the things I was looking at when I looked at their past performance, their junior quarterback there, Dwayne Lawhorn, he had 51 pass attempts last week. That's a lot. That's going to put a lot of pressure on those senior defensive backs.
Yeah, I think we'll a lot of teams that have had trouble running the ball have come out and wanted to run against us. We're a much smaller defense, so we don't stand up very well for a lot of the power run game, especially once you get in the second half. We can keep the first half pretty close, but we kind of get worn down. So if we can get a position where we can separate early and force them to get a little bit more out of their run game and have to throw the football, then that bodes well for us. That's what happened last year, and force them to have to throw a little bit more off schedule, and then we were able to have some turnovers that got us the victory in that game. So we'll see what their plan is. If they want to try to throw the ball a bunch, that would be great because it's wet and snowy out right now. But it still comes back, we got to stop the run first, and I'm sure they're going to try to establish that.
Yeah, and then you mentioned that wear down. I mean, once you have those off-season workouts, I imagine that'll help a lot with that coming up next season.
Well, I mean, when you're, especially at our linebacker position, we're starting 3 true freshmen, and then you look at our defensive line, and we have, I think, 3 true freshmen that are playing considerable minutes. And then the guys that are starting, I think we have 2 juniors, and then the rest are sophomores. So we're young, and we're not as big as the other teams because we haven't developed yet. And so you get into all those things, the off season is only going to build body mass to us so we can withstand some of those poundings that we take from 300-pounders. So hopefully it'll help well for us.
Yeah, it'll help. All right. We're getting to the end of this interview here, and as I think you've kind of noticed, I've kind of had a little bit of a fun question for you each time we've done this. This is one from in the back. These guys wanted to know, are your Christmas tree up before or after Thanksgiving?
That's a fun question, huh?
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I think I don't have an answer for you because it's whenever my wife decides to put the Christmas tree up. But I think it's probably a little bit after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Would be my guess. But, I mean, I could be wrong and get home after the game today. And
it's already going to be up.
Who knows, yeah.
All right. No, personally, I think that's the way I like to lean with it. But I don't have too much to worry about that now that I've moved away from home. So, but thank you so much, Coach, for being with us. We appreciate you being up on the show for us this season.
I appreciate it.
Best of luck, not only this week, but next week as well. And yeah, we just appreciate everything you've done for us. And good luck to the Beavers today. When we come back, though, we're going to have Taylor Rosario talking with Kyler Sharp, one of our backup quarterbacks. He's got an interesting story as how he ended up here in Minot. Thank you to all of our underwriters.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bearscat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
Hi, I'm Taylor Rosario and welcome back to the Saturday Showdown. Today I'm sitting down again with another familiar face to the broadcasting department and a member of the Beaver football team, Kyler Sharp. Thank you for joining me today, Kyler.
Thanks for having me.
So for those who don't know, could you run through a little bit of your backstory before Minot State?
So I'm from a small town in West Wendover, Nevada. It's right on the border of Nevada and Utah. Going out of high school, I really didn't have any offers. I came from a basketball family. My sister played Division I basketball at UNR, so I was leaning more towards the basketball side, but then I really stepped back and thought like, hey, I love football a little bit more. So I kind of pushed pushed towards that, I guess, and I found a junior college in Ukiah, California. Mendocino College is where I played. I played there for 2 years, and then I transferred here in the spring of 2017, I believe. So yeah, that's how I ended up here. I actually got recruited by Coach Hughes, who was here before Coach Aldridge. I remember I signed December 23rd, and then he resigns, I think, 2 days later. So I was a little bit iffy on coming here, and then I ended up talking to the coaching staff. I talked to the interim coach at the time was Shane Ledecky, and he kind of convinced me to stay, and then they brought in Coach A, and I guess the rest is history. That's kind of how I found Minot State.
So you didn't exactly come here alone. You have your twin brother, Caden, up here with you. How has it been going through the adventure, I guess you could say, of collegiate athletics with your brother?
Oh, it's great. I think anytime just a person in general goes to college, it's hard. It's a hard adjustment, right? So you feel like you're alone. Your family's so far away. You get homesick. Well, I mean, yes, I got homesick, but I was never alone. I had my brother there. So, and it's always great to have him like on the field as well, because he just brings a different element to my game. Like, I know where he's going to be at the right time. He knows how to play with me. He reads me well, and I read him well. So I think it has a little bit of an advantage that I have with him than I do with the rest of the receivers.
So you guys obviously might have, even though you're twin brothers, you have differentiating interests. So you're a broadcasting major and he is a criminal justice major, correct?
Yes.
So what has it been like embarking into such an outgoing field within the broadcasting major? Oh,
I love it. Like I never. So when I was in high school, I guess I wanted to be criminal justice. I want to be a detective. I never thought I'd ever sit in front of a camera because I was so shy to talk in front of classes, and I used to turn bright red when I would give a presentation. People used to laugh at me. I still get a little red when I get nervous, but no, I love it. I love just the rush feeling. It gets kind of the same feeling I get when I step out on the field and perform in front of the fans and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I approach it. I think all the work that goes into it is fun, and I love being around sports, and that's what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I can sit here and talk to you about sports probably for 3 hours if I could. So
how do you feel like in the past 2 years you've been here, how do you feel like you've grown in that area, and how are you going to take it with you after you leave here?
I think I've grown a lot. I have definitely become a better public speaker. I used to when I got nervous, I kind of stuttered a little bit. I needed to learn how to work a camera, and I gotten better with that as I interned with KX this past summer. I think the broadcasting department is good because it teaches you not only the sports side of things, but also the news side of things. And then right now I'm in a couple writing classes where I'm learning how to write for print. And that's taught by Nicole Tom Aarons, and she's really helped me out a lot. So I think it's just all the factors that go into everything, it's really going to help me in my career in the future. I don't know if I'm going to be a sports broadcaster for the rest of my life, I'm going to be honest, but I do think as of right now, I think that's what I want to do.
So as you're approaching your last semester of college, I know that's crazy to think, what has been your favorite part, would you say, of this whole kind of journey you've gone on?
My favorite part probably would be interacting with all the different people I get to meet. So I think part of this field is a lot of it's about who you know, but it's like about what you do. I know Neil Roberts always tells us that. But we're a communication major, right? So you have to be able to talk to people, and I think that's key. You got to be able to be out there and communicate with other people and be able to find out what they like. And I think once you get to know people and create those relationships, I think you're going to go further in your career. And I also think that you're going to have a better story because the people are comfortable talking to you.
Well, thank you so much, Kyler, for joining us. We wish you and the rest of the Beavers the best of luck as you take on St. Cloud. After the break, we're going to have a look at the snowy field conditions, and also we're going to play the hype video for you guys, so stay tuned.
Thank you to all of our underwriters.
All-American Trophies for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
ArtMade, offering custom frames, art supplies, and jewelry.
Buffalo Wings and Rings, a sports restaurant experience located in South Minot.
Badlands Bar and Grill, located on 31st Avenue in Minot. Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream, serving the Midwest since 1972.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
Jacobson Music, bringing music to the Northern Plains since 1980.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
The Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer.
Magic City Hoagies, locally owned sandwich shop located in Southwest Minot.
Taco John's, offering fresh tacos, burritos, nachos, and breakfast. Thrive-In Financial, connecting faith and finances.
PMQ Entertainment, performing at weddings, proms, and dances.
The Pursuit, creating a place in Minot where everyone is welcome.
Mouse River Players, community theater since 1971.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bearscat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State Campus.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Lane Sarston, and if you woke up in Minot, North Dakota today, tuning in from Minot, you may have noticed it's a little snowy out there today. David Phillips is out on the field, and he's going to tell us how that's going to be affecting the game today.
Well, Lane, as you can see, it is still snowing here, and of course we're at the stadium. Game time kickoff is at 1 p.m. And by 1 o'clock, the weather's supposed to have just be about 34 degrees, and the snow flurries are supposed to be tapering off as of then. Had a chance to visit with Coach in the hallway as I was walking out here to do the live shot, and he was hoping the crews were going to be working out on the field. As you can see in the background, they are doing some work right now to the field. And, you know, talking to a lot of the people that are setting up on the side of me, they're saying, look, this is great football weather for Minot this time of year. It could be 20 below zero. We could have 3 foot of snow on the ground. So for our final home game, this isn't so bad. It's like an old saying, if it's too loud, you're too old. Well, I think we can use the analogy. If it's too cold, then you're not a diehard football fan. As you can see from my red cheeks out here, I've just been kind of hanging out and having a good time. So a big shout out going out to all the volunteers. Can you say hi? Hi. All right. You can't see him, but you can hear him, right? So anyway, it's going to be a great day for football, and we're going for a big Beaver win today. And Lane, before I throw it back to you, I wanted to say thanks for all the hard work. This, I know, has been your baby. This is the last one of the season, and we've had a good time in front of the camera, behind the camera, working with you. And all I had to say is go Beavers, and let's go for a victory today. With that, let's go back to you in the studios.
Thank you so much, David. And as you mentioned there, folks, yeah, he's done a lot of behind-the-scenes work. We've had a lot of people behind the scenes. And before we wrap up the show, just give a big thank you to everyone out there. And I know we've got a new guest back there, Andrea Karen, stepping in for us. We appreciate her coming in and filling in a role. I want to make sure to give her a shout-out as she's not on our credit roll. But I want to give a big thank you to Coach. Big thank you to all you guys for tuning in out there. And one last thanks to Marco's Pizza. They've done a great job hooking us up with lunch at the end of every episode that we've done here. They're a great place to go get some pizza. It's pretty good. And then just a reminder for you folks, David mentioned it a little bit there. We're going to mention one more time for you. The kickoff is at 1 o'clock later today up on the Herb. Where it should be some good football. Coach sounded pretty optimistic about the game. I know I am. And just thank you guys for tuning in. And with that, we're going to take a look at our hype video for one last time.